It was 1983 and the Lebanese Civil War had been fought for 8 years. In an attack the United States would blame on Iran, a truck bomb explosion killed 241 Marines at their barracks in Beirut. Fast forward to 2016. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld a ruling in the case of Bank Markazi versus Peterson. The judges froze $2 billion in Iranian assets and held Iran financially responsible for acts of so-called state-sponsored terrorism. The U.S. is defending that decision at the International Court of Justice in The Hague.
Iran comes to the court with unclean hands. Indeed, it is a remarkable show of bad faith that Iran now seeks relief from this court because of the outcome of the Peterson proceeding, which arose from Iran's support for a brutal and deadly terrorist attack, an act which the Iranian leadership boasted.
Iran denied any involvement in the Beirut blast, but at the time celebrated the incident. The U.S. legal team linked today's Iran to wars of the past.
You will also see the name of Hassan Rouhani, the current president of Iran, who was at the time a member of the Supreme Security Council as a representative of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. In other words, Mr. President, members of the court, there is continuity at the most senior levels between then and now.
As the Americans made their case, missing perhaps was historical context to the attack itself. U.S.-backed Iraq had declared war on Iran in 1980. Lebanon was halfway through a complicated civil war exacerbated by the Israeli invasion of southern Lebanon. In the weeks leading up to the barracks bombing, a U.S. warship in the Mediterranean Sea backing Israel and its proxies in Lebanon launched missile strikes on neighborhoods in Beirut with links to Iran and Syria. Where America is trying to paint a picture in black and white, Iranians are likely to see regional conflicts in shades of gray.
America cannot put itself in the position of an international judge, accuse Iran in their domestic court, and then condemn Iran, implement the ruling, and confiscate Iran's assets. It's obvious that their evidence is illegal, and the incident itself is also under question.
While the World Court has no power to enforce decisions, for Iran there's more on the line than $2 billion. This case is another chance for Iran to take America to task on a world stage. Opening remarks by the U.S. legal team look to be a tough act to follow. Lawyers representing the Iranian side begin their opening remarks on Wednesday. Zein Basravi, Al Jazeera, Tehran.